January 15th, just a couple of days ago, it was a very intense and emotionally charged day for me. And my mum was undergoing a 5-hour surgery, and she's a very private person, so I'm not going to divulge her experience. And my son turned 13 years old, so I now have a teenager officially. And a kind of family member is on the brink of being homeless. So as you can imagine, you know, as a daughter and as a mother, a lot of emotions were coming up that day. And it's very easy to spin out of control. And of course, we want to experience and feel our emotions. And, you know, the thoughts are like, it's like a racetrack gone wild. And the emotions feel like fireworks going off in all different directions. And it's very easy to not feel grounded and centered and balanced. And a lot of that has to do with feeling out of control. And I wanted to share with you that one of the things that really helped me ground back into my being was sitting in my car for an hour and just processing my emotions. And I would sit there and hold all the situations between my hands. So I would shrink, you know, my mum's surgery down into miniature size and place it in between my hands. And the person who's on the brink of being homeless, I put their situation there, you know, my son being 13, turning 13, and myself. And I put a whole bunch of situations in between my hands and just sandwiched it. And I just breathed in, taking the breath to the top of my head, and breathed out and I sent it throughout my arms and my hands, and just ran energy through these situations. I did that for about 5-7 minutes, and I felt an immediate peace and calm come over me. And then I was able to remind myself that, you know, my mum is going through surgery, and although that brings up a lot of stuff for me, I'm not the one who's going through the surgery. My son is turning 13, and although that brings up a lot of emotions in me, I'm not the one who's turning 13. And this person I know is on the brink of being homeless due to choices and whatever. But it's not me that's experiencing this. And when you're a highly sensitive, empathic person, it can feel like it's happening to you, right? That the people around me, what they're going through, that I'm going through it as well. So it's really good to run energy through situations to calm the central nervous system, to calm the thoughts and the emotions. After you've felt your emotions, of course. And then remind yourself, what is actually happening to me? What am I experiencing? Because a lot of us who are highly sensitive and empathic, we take on other people's issues and other people's traumas and their chaos and their drama. And it can do quite a bit of damage to our mental and emotional and physical equilibrium. And if I spin completely out of control, then I'm not going to really be able to serve anyone, right? So of course, when things trigger us and things bring things up, it's very important to acknowledge that, yes, I'm being triggered right now. I feel out of control. I feel powerless. I feel helpless. I don't actually know for sure. I can't guarantee any outcomes in this situation. And so what is that bringing up? Okay, I feel out of control. And so let me just lean into that and surrender to not being in control of anything, and trusting that the universe supports everyone and protects everyone, right? It's not my responsibility. And then to remind yourself that, you know, what is actually happening to you. And then after that process, the question is, what is this teaching me? What is this providing for me? Right. So I just wanted to share with you, you know, my really intense day and how I navigated through it, and then brought myself to a place of peace, and how I was able to ground myself and center myself. Okay, so I hope that helps.